Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are a Power BI developer, then you must know the difference between duplicated table and reference table. In this video, I will show you the difference. Now let's go to Power BI Desk. Let's open Power Query. I think that you all know how we can create duplicated and reference table. It is by clicking on the table in Queries pane, right click on it, select duplicate or reference. For this video, I will be using sales 2024 dataset, and I created one duplicated table and one reference table. So let's go back to original table. In original table, we have applied some steps. So we have promoted headers, change type, remove other columns. If we go to duplicated table, let's start with the duplicated. What we will see, so we will see same steps applied here. So this is full copy of original table. However, if we create any additional steps in our source table, those changes won't be reflected in our duplicated table. So for example, let's remove some columns. Let's leave just order ID. And when we go back to duplicated table, we can see all columns. So what this means is that any changes created in original table won't be repeated in duplicated table. But let's go back and delete this step. And if we make some changes in duplicate table, so let's make same changes. Let's leave just one column. Let's leave store ID. And now when we go to original source table, we won't see any changes. So this is the reason, because any changes we make in duplicate table won't be reflected in original table and vice versa. So let's delete this step. Now let's go to reference table. In reference table, so we can see only one step in applied steps pane. So what this tells us is, when we create reference table, it works as a link to original table. So we won't see these steps that are applied in original table. However, if we create any additional step, these steps will be also applied in reference table, as this is not the case with the duplicated table. So let's remove all columns and leave just order ID. And if we go back to reference table, we will see that same steps have been applied to reference table. But we won't see them here in applied steps pane, because these steps are made in original table. So we will just see this source step, and it's kind of the link to original table. And all steps created in original table will be stored in source applied step. Now let's go back to original table and delete this step. Now we have all columns. If we go back to reference table, now we can see also all columns. However, if we make some changes in reference table, they won't be reflected in original table, in data source, but we will have new step in applied steps. In terms of memory usage, both methods are consuming same memory. You can check that using DAX Studio. I checked it because I had some discussion with some Power BI developers, and there were some information that reference table consumes less memory than duplicate table, but this is not the case. This is not true. They both have equal and same size. There is not difference between them in terms of memory usage. They have same size. And that's basically all what you need to know. What is the difference between duplicate and reference table? If you like this video, subscribe, like, and see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.